first one of the year.
All right.
Oh my God, you're right.
It's also the 8th. It's hard to believe it's the 8th
I know.
already.
I don't even know what day it is. I didn't know if it was
You
Thursday.
have a lot going on.
I have no idea. I drove the other day past my house coming from Altamont Mall. I went all the way past the 408 on 436 trying to get home.
Just because you were thinking about
Just
everything
because this book
See,
launch has like hijacked my entire brain.
I consider you friend of the show, no different than Seth Petrozelli of Jindojo Dojo.
I love that accent.
Yeah, it's I'm only allowed to do it because I'm little. People are like, he's stupid. Most people aren't allowed to go. I'm allowed. And then he also, karateoforlando.com.
Oh.
If he said that he did what you just said you did, I'd say he had Alzheimer's. Right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you have a book coming out, it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
count.
No.
You do basically have book
You're fine.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're fine. You're absolutely fine.
But remember, you'd pay $20,000 20 years from now to relive this day.
You know what? You inflated his ego so big. Oh, this
love
guy's
that.
walking around. He's
Nah.
puffed his chest out.
I thought that was brilliant.
He's
No matter how much
20,000
I've been telling myself that lately, just because we've been in grind mode in business, and like
Grind mode.
We're trying to figure out
how to
new
save
things and
this company.
no. Well, they could be selling this building.
They're
too.
selling our building.
yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
yeah.
cannot leave me.
Yeah, they're
no.
selling our building.
Well, we were thinking about buying it, but he wants too
Buy
much.
it.
Yeah, we don't have enough money. You want
to he wants
yeah.
1.2, or I don't even
Yeah.
know
I
yet.
know.
But
No, don't say. Don't put that out of the universe. It's probably more than that now.
It's ridiculous. It was like half that a couple
So
of years
do we
ago.
crowdfund it with the listeners?
I
No,
thought we
seriously,
thought about that.
I'm not kidding. Do we?
Oh my God, that
And
would
then
be
we turn it
amazing.
into a beer bar, no different than Golden Hour over here. They're like people are pulling their
Okay, I
titties out
love
and fucking and beer going on.
That's going to be very interesting next to a therapy office.
What if your therapy office next door to it was a bar called
What?
Colette's? What if we named it Colette's?
Hold on, why are we changing to a business?
No. We're gonna
We
do the
have to- can't
podcast. No,
change
we
it.
don't. We can do the podcast, but I want to make a little money on the pinball machines and beer that I'm running out of the
That makes no money.
No, it will, because guess what?
Selling
I'm doing
beer?
I'm doing Seminole County illegal casino. Remember that guy?
Yes.
Lopez.
Yes.
Sheriff Lopez. Sheriff Lopez, he got popped for having all those casinos, but we're not going to get popped. You know why? Because cops love us.
Oh, that would be so fun to have a little like gambling thing.
Yeah,
a
see,
bar.
I know
Or
some
New
cops,
York,
too,
or
and-
New York's flying out of her
Yeah.
right now.
Like,
Wait, I don't even know that that's illegal, really. Like, that's a big deal. You can't
Well,
just gamble wherever.
yeah, you can't. Well, there's prediction markets now, which technically we could come
It's a
in
good
here.
warm up. We're doing a good warm up.
You could run prediction markets. You come inside. You just got to charge them some commission per transaction.
I've heard
That's
the ads
thing
now on iHeart. Have you heard the iHeart ads? They're all over Real Radio
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like prediction markets. You can trade on anything. Your friends can trade on anything. Trade on
Well,
anything.
It's a loophole of
They
gambling.
say it a million times, so that's how I know it's like sort of like illegal, right?
No. It's completely legal. It's the same as stock market trading, like
Yeah,
Robinhood.
but
app.
the way they say it makes
They're-
it sound real
Yeah,
shady.
like shady.
They're just doing what the Robinhood app is doing, but they're like, oh well, now everything's a market, predicting the winner of an NFL game, and like everything is like you can predict what's gonna happen
Wait
next.
till you
or
see
the-
my app. And I'm doing Leprechaun app. Y'all want to see Leprechaun? Plus play.
And instead of charging the VIG, they're just charging a transaction fee, just like Robinhood would charge
I'm gonna have
when
to
you
cut that
invest
out.
and do it.
So it's making gambling into these are markets.
Yes,
It's like
yeah.
legitimizing gambling.
which regular gambling was like a market too, but the way you paid them made it a casino, and this makes it a stock market, like commission trade.
Wow.
But it's the same damn thing anyway.
Okay, great. Great job. We're gonna talk about where we've been.
Yeah.
Christmas. I got some emails to go into, and book launches. We'll talk about that. All right, you want to start?
Yeah, we'll start with that.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to Love Thy Neighbor. We've got longtime relationship therapist Colette Fair on the couch. How you doing, Colette?
I'm great.
You're great and stressed out.
Yeah. That was a shaky great. Did you hear it? It was a shaky
All right, we'll
great.
talk about your book launch.
Yeah, you're like, I'm great.
Daniel,
Melting.
Yeah, you're allowed to be shaky great.
Daniel Dennis is here. I'm Tom Van.
Hey, you know what? I will say I'm actually pretty good. Not bad. I'm not.
Well, you don't have a book launch.
I don't. I have very little going on in my life, so I'm as cool as a cucumber.
So
Your energy does feel very good today.
thank you.
The,
I appreciate that.
The official Cost of Quiet book launch is happening January 29th
Yes.
at the Maitland Mercedes-Benz dealership. Starts at 7:30.
And it starts at 5:30.
Oh, I'm sorry, 5:30 to 7:30. And
Boy, you're really off to a bad start.
well, I got through the first part.
Yeah,
pretty
you
good.
did. The first part, 2026, he was killing it. He got to the most important part. When should people show up?
So ticket prices are $39, and that comes with a book. Obviously, the book is coming out a little later.
Couple days later.
Yeah.
But this is not only a book launch, but a community event, and we'll talk about that because it kind of goes into a subject I want to talk about, which is loneliness, which is an epidemic that I've seen. Social media.
I'm right here in front of you. I have no friends. Literally, you get to watch loneliness kill a man right before your eyes.
You know, loneliness is funny because people don't think it's a problem because a lot of people, especially our listeners, or people are like, "I got a family." I'm like, lonely. I can't get away from my family. I'm pretending to poop.
Dangerfield. Lonely. I can't get away from my family.
I'm taking 15-minute poops to just hide from my family.
Yeah, people ask me, what do I do in there? They're like, are you masturbating? I'm like, no, I am not. I'm sitting.
hiding.
I am literally just sitting on a closed toilet with my eyes closed for 15 minutes.
But
I remember those days when you have like kids around and a hectic household.
But there's still loneliness, even though if you have a full house,
Yeah.
because if you have a full house, you're looking at your phone and everybody's just
Yeah.
they're not having human interaction. Anyway,
Exactly.
so back to the event. Where can people purchase tickets? Because me and Daniel are going to be out there.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing a Love Thy Neighbor segment for the podcast out there. We're going to be meet and greet,
Yeah,
talking
we've
to
been
people.
kicking around some ideas of things we might do, man. This would be fun.
There's
Yeah.
booze and food, and it's going to be a community gathering with a lot of, we're bringing together 2 podcasts. Your friends are coming. We got BDMs coming.
I would say since there is booze and food and familiar faces, if relationship or working on your relationship were something that you wanted to do for 2026, this is an easy way to kind of cheat code your way into it without having to feel the weirdness of getting a therapist, blah, 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 all that junk.
Yes.
Just
I really want people to get a lot of
come
value.
get a drink, talk to Colette and some of her contemporaries that will be there.
We're going to have other local therapists,
Yeah.
thought leaders, community leaders. We're going to do the podcast, answer questions, and really talk about relationships, what makes them work, what makes them better, and how we can start to cure this loneliness crisis. Because it's true that there's nothing lonelier than being in a relationship and feeling alone. And that's part of what's really afflicting us right now. You said it, everyone's on their phones and people don't know how to communicate, which is the point of my book.
Yep. Yeah,
You know what would have been funny there for our people watching us on the live stream is if I cut to myself on my phone. You know what I mean? That would have been really funny, right? That would have been
I
really,
can do
yeah.
it. Oh, and I never said where the tickets are. Okay,
Yeah,
and we'll
let's
put it in the show notes,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at ColetteJaneFair.com and then /new-book.com.
Okay.
And we'll link to that, right, wherever,
Yes, yeah.
show notes.
It's currently in the chat room right now, so if you're watching
Awesome.
live on the stream, you
and you
have all
guys
the
come
info.
join us. It's going to be so much fun.
Easy. It's a no-pressure, fun community time. Just come hang out.
One more thing for listeners of this show, we're going to give out 10 tickets. All you have to do is email hello@lovethyneighborshow.com. Email us if you've listened, if you contributed. We want to give back to you
Yeah.
and
Yes.
give you.
If
And
you and your partner like
Yeah.
the show, because
that's
you
5
know,
couples.
seems like there's been some good positive support. If you'd like to come be in the environment and maybe you listen to the show and you've never interacted before and you're like, damn, I'd like to shoot my shot on this. Well, shoot us an email and I'll make it happen.
Yeah, the
There you
first
go.
10 people we hear from, right, we'll
Yes.
give away the
Yep.
free tickets to
Yep.
those who listen.
Exactly how we'll do it.
So
Yeah.
definitely come out the night, buy the tickets. Like I said, $39. It comes with a book that will come later. It's January 29th, 5:30 at the Maitland Mercedes-Benz dealership. And like I said, some cocktails, some food, and we're doing a live podcast. And Colette's doing her podcast. And we're all gathering together to talk relationships and have a nice night.
Yeah, so great conversation, booze, food, and the three of us. What more could you ask
Oh
for?
yeah. Two of Orlando's worst and one of Orlando's greatest.
Oh my God, who's who?
Yeah, you want to read the email that says exactly that?
Yes.
The tagline of this is from over the. This is actually right before the new year. Tom, Dan, and the only professional in the room, Colette. I thoroughly enjoy the content of Love Thy Neighbor. I've been a long-time Tom and Dan listener, and the show has been a refreshing and much-needed break from the norm. I don't need much relationship advice, but I do have a question. For context, my wife and I have been married 25 years and dated just 10 months before tying the knot. I'm still madly in love with her and find her completely irresistible. In fact, she's sexier today than she was on our wedding day. This guy's a liar. Sorry. You know what?
I call bullshit.
I vowed that. You're fine. You're fine. I like that. Yeah, 2026. We're ripping the Band-Aids off.
I'm like, I cursed right out of the gate.
You're fine. You're totally. Let me put a number down.
No, I suppose you want to make a joke. That can't happen because the connection with a partner gets stronger if you do it right.
Agreed.
Look at you, Mr. Psychologist.
Look what you've done. Look what you've done.
You're right. When you're
How did you flip it and make me the bad one?
I mean, the closer you get to someone, the more, right, the intimacy bleeds into stronger attraction.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. He continues, here's my dilemma. I have a small circle of friends and no social media presence anymore, and I'm oddly disappointed that I don't get to tell people how incredible my wife is.
Wow.
This guy's a real
Clone this guy.
Are there...
But, sir, I don't want to hear how incredible your wife is. No one wants to hear that.
Oh, my God. You should see the number of emails I got from people, from ladies. You know the number of emails I got from ladies over the break that told me they still 69? It's all... I got a stack of them from here to the sun.
Wait, what?
Okay, that
was another show that shouldn't lead into this one, but you know what a 69 is.
Well, I know
what
a 69 is.
Well, we said moms don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we made a blanket statement.
Okay.
We did a wife cast, and we yelled at our wife and said, moms don't 69. It is really.
And people said, yes, we do. Really, literally 69 or
Society
just oral
stood
sex?
up. Society
No, they're literally 69. Yeah.
Society stood up to us and said, Tom and Dan,
that sucks, honestly. I don't feel like that's a good deal for anyone, but okay.
Yeah, sorry. I should. This is why I'm the worst of the three on this show.
It doesn't suck for men, Colette. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All men want it for whatever. We're
Yeah.
man babies, apparently.
Okay.
We're stuck in high school where we're like, 69.
It's still cool to men and gratifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay.
I opt out.
Sir,
Okay.
Gratifying is I wouldn't put that
sir,
way.
I am so sorry. I will continue with your email, and I will not interject my
with
own.
69ing.
Yeah. Here's my dilemma. I have a small circle of friends. I have no social media. I don't have a way to tell people enough how incredible my wife is. Are there other ways to scream from the mountaintops? Do women even... he ended there. He's like, are there other ways to scream from the mountaintops?
Okay.
Do women even care if their man brags about them? And beyond words, are there meaningful ways to show appreciation for my amazing partner? Thanks for taking the time to read this, and please keep entertaining and helping those in need. Yes, I'm talking about you, Tom. Signed, Anonymous.
I love it.
So, showing gratification to your spouse, or
You're still on gratification from the 69 conversation.
or showing.
I'm showing gratification for 69s.
Appreciation to your spouse, or how do you do that? I mean, if your biggest problem is you can't thank your wife enough for how good she is.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I
that's
feel
like going to a job interview.
Look,
like, my one weakness is I work too hard.
Right.
He took it right out of my mouth.
Right.
It's the Michael Scott.
Right.
My biggest weakness is
Right.
I work too hard.
All right, yeah. So, before I say anything, what's your instinctive reaction to this email?
I think he's genuine.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I do too.
I make a
wasn't
lot of
doubting
jokes,
him.
and I think a lot of people think that because I'm always looking for the joke, which is can be a flaw on this show. It can. No, I think he's genuine, and I do think that he wrote us in a weird way. Him writing us is exactly what he is asking how to do.
Yeah.
Let me explain. How do I don't have social media, and I don't know how to tell people my wife is great. Well, I could email Love Thy Neighbor and tell them, and then they'll read the email, and then everybody will know how good my wife is.
Yeah.
So I'd say mission accomplished, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you did a good job.
I agree, and I never for a minute thought it wasn't genuine. I think it's really sweet. I think it's rare, and what I would want to say, like rare that someone's so focused on that. I wish more people, men and women, were focused on how can I show appreciation for my partner, because we know from the science that it's actually a huge part of relationship longevity and satisfaction, and that we don't do it enough. So one thing, I've talked about doing these little check-ins where you sit with your partner for a couple minutes a day and just share what you're feeling and talk more meaningfully than like, how was your day? How was your day? Let me get back on my phone. But part of that can be expressing a specific appreciation, really saying, and it could be really small. The other day, I'm just going to make something up from like my own life. We have one of those shower squeegee things, so that the shower wall doesn't
my wife
get
has
stained.
it too. I hear her
I
squeegee.
hate it.
Okay. I'm like, what the hell is a shower?
Yeah. My husband,
It'll
though,
evaporate.
Exactly. He's like the squeegee Gestapo, and he's like, "Did you squeegee the shower?"
Oh, my wife's the same thing.
What is the squeeze?
So I have
These
an
people are insane,
all-glass
Colette.
shower, and water beads up on it.
I live in a little shack.
Oh,
and I
stands in a
drive.
bathtub.
I live behind some of the most sinister like souvenir shops on iDrive.
I hate to break it to you, but if you
My family lives in a small shack behind the Wizard on iDrive.
if you stand in a bathtub to take a shower, you're poor.
I do. I stand in the bathtub.
I'm just saying.
my
I was
God.
poor. I know.
I also do not wash my feet. I just plug the shower so that all the water fills up to about
Oh my god!
under my
Okay,
knees.
we need
and then I
work.
stomp up and down.
The damn squeegee people.
Okay, I do not have a big super fancy shower, but it is glass. So I'm just using this as an example that
Sure.
I will try to like lie almost by omission because I don't want to do the squeegee. I'm like praying my husband doesn't notice. It's just a pain in the neck to me. So it could be something as small. This is where I was going. Of saying, like my husband saying to me, "Hey, I really appreciate that you squeegeed the shower." Like we forget to say the little things, and the little things really make someone feel seen, to use the younger generation's language. And those things are very important. You actually, for a good relationship, the research shows that you need to hear 20 positives, like appreciation-oriented comments for every one negative. And many of us are in reverse because living with people and doing life is hard and there's a lot of stress. So we tend to overexpress what's bothering us, which, yes, you have to share your grievances, but we've got to do the appreciation part. So I just want this guy to know, and maybe he's already doing this, but verbal affirmations that are specific about even little things go a long way, and big things. Women do love to hear that. Now, not everyone's a words person, the love language thing, which, by the way, is not scientifically validated, but I do think it has value. Most people, even if they say, "Oh, I don't need to be praised, I don't need thank yous," a lot of people say that, it still feels really good to hear that your partner notices your efforts, appreciates who you are, thinks you look good. For guys listening, women really, it means a lot to us to hear that we look pretty, that we look beautiful, that we look hot, because women are aging and society has always judged us greatly on our looks, and most of us really want to look good for our partner, to know that we're not that that's the only way we want to be valued, but those things mean a lot to women.
Okay, so there's a lot here.
Yes.
And I was writing some stuff down. So to go back to the original email, this guy,
Some men like to be told they look good too.
I'm sure they
just
do.
want to throw that out there
I'm sure they do.
before I burst into tears.
And every time I think my husband looks good, I tell him. Like, I make
Nice.
a point of saying, like, "Oh, you look so handsome," or "I can tell you've lost
Yeah.
weight. Your hair looks good."
I
like
will
that.
say
I like that outfit.
my wife and kiddo, I will tell you, they got that. They will pump up.
Yeah,
they will
be
pump me
liberal
up,
with
man.
compliments, you guys.
I love
like
it.
every human being feels good hearing something nice, even a stranger.
My kiddo will run. She'll like run over to me and be like, "Fit check." Like, "I love your sneaker." Like, "Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Oh, I
that's
love it."
so cute.
If she wants to dress me like a doll, I'll let her do it. I love it.
Oh my God, I would love to see like
It
this
pumps me up.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
By the way, Tommy told Crystal she went to a play last night, and she walked out to the car, and me and Tommy were throwing a football, and Tommy's like, "Hey, Mom, you look beautiful," and I'm like, "I thought we were together."
Dude, I
thought you were just like me.
He stole your girl, dude. He will steal your girl.
I thought you were like me.
You're gone.
Our word, and we can't do this stuff.
Edible complex.
He nailed it.
So,
Wowie.
You never watch out.
Speaking of
Don't
lonely,
tell the BDMs that.
I never felt so lonely. I
mold.
was like, oh, if you can do it, that means I should be able to do it. And now my argument that
It skipped a generation.
that my brain doesn't work, it's not valid.
Damn.
Anyway, so back to this email.
He said, "Mom, you look beautiful." Oh, dude, that's like the best thing you could tell a mom from a boy. I
agree.
I don't have any. I'm a girl dad, but I would imagine that's top tier, top 3.
And boys love their moms. It's really sweet.
Oh, I miss my mom.
Colette, is there
100%.
another side of this? And here's my example. So my wife has told me often that I should play a little more hard to get because I'm too easy to get. And as far as like, I'm a man.
Andrea's told me the same thing.
I'm a man. I want it all the time.
Yeah.
And then
my wife will be like, "You want to do it? I'm already on it. I'm already nude and on top of it."
And she can just roll at any time. I've told her this. Any time I'll drive home in the middle, like you just give me a call, put out the bats, and it's like it's too easy. So
I had a whole
okay,
rant
but
there.
wait, we're talking about too easy to like get you in the sack.
Yes, yeah. But even beyond that,
okay,
this is what reminded me of this. So, is there a personality type that could be too like you're
kissing your butt,
worshiping your partner too much, where it kind of turns off
To
the
go
other
back to
partner.
this guy's email a little bit.
Now, where this guy's like doting on his wife so much,
Smothering,
and like,
man.
there is a
well,
smothering.
that's a different thing. I
Okay,
mean, I think
so-
if that it's see, this is where it's hard to know what this looks like how this is playing out. And you're right. I don't think anyone wants to feel like it's like a sycophant or kissing up or, oh, this person is just like following me around like a little groupie. But that's not how I'm interpreting it. I mean, in a healthy relationship, showing appreciation in a meaningful way through like thoughtful, genuine, authentic comments, gestures, those things are rarely like, ew, what's wrong with you in a healthy reciprocal relationship.
Of course, but this guy's like, how else can I tell other strangers how
Well,
good my
that's why-
wife is? I'm like,
that's
that's
why
a bizarre thought. Like, you're scouring the earth to try to find other people to tell. Like,
What a
look,
great problem to have.
Right, but this is why
that's a weird thing.
I have questions. Like I want to know more about the whole picture, right? Like, why is this so important to this guy? Is there history there? Has this been an issue in another relationship? Does he feel like his wife feels insecure? Like, there's just so many questions about why is this important, and where I was going to go with it too.
Maybe he'll email us an update.
Yes,
too.
I would.
Sir, no
Email us
judgment.
back.
I'm pretty fascinated. Like I said, that's a great problem to have. Tell us more, or
Yeah,
call
like,
us.
why
Leave
is
us
it
a voicemail.
important? And also, what I would want to know, because some degree of this is individual, is has he asked his wife or partner, hey, what means something to you? How do you best feel loved? Is it through physical affection? Is she the one saying, I wish you'd tell more people, or I wish you'd show in front of people? I've said to my husband, like, I know you think I'm great, but like no one would ever know because barely any words come out of you, like, and it's not.
Well, that's like me. I never tell anybody my wife's great. In fact, I've spent my career making fun of her.
Yeah, I was going to say the opposite.
Okay, there you go.
If I rolled back the
20
tape, yeah.
You know how many horrible things I said to my wife in 20 years
to
of
the point
podcasting?
where if we're just being honest
Yeah.
and being
Hundreds
real on
of
the show,
hours.
there are things that people think your wife does to you that absolutely are fiction. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no,
Like,
they're based on reality. It's all, you're watching a Netflix documentary, whatever.
Rooted in jest.
Yeah. I mean, Puff Daddy could or maybe not have killed Tupac.
Yeah.
But,
No, my husband
we'll never
loves
know.
to haze me. And in fact, over the break, we stayed with, I think I told you guys this, at my former in-law's house. And we celebrated Christmas with my former sister-in-law and her husband and my 2 daughters. And we were all talking. It was like a weird worlds colliding, but it was actually really great in a lot of ways. And we were joking that my husband's constantly hazing me and like teasing me almost like a little sister. If my husband's around my ex-husband, like at one of our kid things, the two of them will kind of connect over being like, oh, that's so cool. And like give me like shit. Like together.
For being...
My ex-husband and my current husband will like bond over like
making fun of you.
Making fun of me. Yes.
yeah.
Literally making fun of me.
Yeah.
But I don't
God,
need
guys are just...
I know.
Guys
I'm like, this is some weird
It's
stuff.
a commonality you have. I do it too. If like Crystal's new husband, I'm like, she's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then Marshawn Lynch says to you, he's like, beast mode,
I'm
dog.
like, she's always smelling mold and she's squeegeeing in the bathroom at all times. She's always
her worst qualities are your problem now.
everything that's missing, she thinks someone stole. The cleaning lady stole her shoes.
Do you know how many times her Steve Maddens have been stolen?
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was just like, and then
But you know what's funny is
I could do that'd be my best friend.
That must have happened to her one time, right?
Yeah.
Where the cleaning person did steal her
No.
shoes, and then that set the precedent.
And that's
No.
what say.
yeah, had to
No.
have been. Had to
There's
have
a
been.
history to everything.
So, but how does that make you feel? Do you understand that he's probably just it's a nervous energy thing that you can bond with that?
and honestly, I feel like it's funny, and I think it's two people who know me really well. I'm so easy to get a rise out of that people love to like give me a hard time. I think it's kind of hysterical that I'm being subjected to it, but it is funny to see the two men who have been in my life the longest, like having the same irritations with me, and I can take it in stride.
Colette,
It's
have you ever-
interestingly mature to allow yourself into that kind of space while because it's better than the latter.
Yeah.
It's better than
I don't
them
think
not.
I feel insecure about who I am, so I don't really
Correct.
care.
I love that.
Hate away, people.
So-
hate away.
So, Colette-
right. I wish I had that.
This-
I need to work on that.
This rarely or never happens the other way around, or two wives are talking about a husband. Like I feel like that doesn't happen. Like,
I'm sure
two-
it has.
But it's like I feel like way less often. Like two dudes talking about
Less emotional.
Someone talking about someone's ex-wife. It's just like it seems like
It's a
way more of a
different
guy
vibe.
thing than a women thing.
I agree. I think it's a different vibe. You might not see women as often being like, oh God, don't you hate it when he leaves his underwear on the floor? To like the new wife and the old wife.
Yeah.
But I think I like my husband and my ex-husband, not that they hang out often, but when we have a kid, they get along really well. But I think all of this goes to the point I was trying to make is that I do think that positive feedback is usually welcomed, and that on the whole, we're not giving appreciation enough to our partners. But let's find out if this guy can email it back. Let's find out more about the context, why this feels so important, and what he knows about how his partner likes to receive love, because that would tell us a lot. Right, maybe he goes on social media if he had it and she wouldn't even care. Is this coming from her or is this his idea? And why does he feel like he needs to do this?
Colette, let me ask you
Is
this.
there a guilt, maybe?
Right, we don't know.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Colette, how often in your professional life, because you go to couple therapists, you've done single therapy as well.
Yeah.
Where basically someone doesn't know what their love language is. Because it's kind of like when people say like, oh, find what you like doing and do that for a living.
Right.
That's easier said than done. I feel like the majority, in fact, of people don't even know what they want to do for a living. You know what I'm saying?
agree.
Like they don't have a passion they're pointed at.
Especially now.
Or if
And it's called purpose anxiety. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, it's a big thing psychologically, and I won't go off on a long digression, I promise, but I do think it's interesting that we all know we need purpose to feel good in our lives, but so many people don't know what their purpose is, and then it becomes this big thing like, well, you better figure out your purpose.
Oh,
And
I hate that.
Yeah, and there are stats that people have a lot of anxiety about that, and that we really need to make it a lot smaller rather than another hoop we need to jump through in order for our life to be complete.
I don't feel like I've ever really had it's funny because we're doing the show, whatever, where we built this company and this podcast, and me and Daniel have done this, but it was never like I didn't set out to do it. You know what I'm saying?
But
It
what's
wasn't
wrong
like
with
a-
that? See, that's the
There's
question.
nothing wrong with it. I tell people, like,
because he and I talk about that because
There's
this
nothing
is
wrong.
exactly what I set out to do. This.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it's
I
a-
would say you guys got like you ended up doing what you're in your genius zone, and you got
Wait,
there.
say that again. Hold on, say that again. Say that
Let me
again.
make it even better.
Yeah, hold on, put the camera on you. I
You
love
are
it's not
in-
often we get beautiful
down-
women calling us geniuses.
Tom
down
and
genius
Dan
zone.
are in the zone.
You're
of
in the
genius.
zone. You're in the goddamn genius zone.
Colette, nobody has.
You are.
Nobody in this world has ever thought we were in the genius
No,
zone.
you like this is the greatest day.
You're a liar, Colette.
This is
You
the
don't even
greatest day
think
in
that.
Tom and Dan history. Like, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go back to your office. You're like, I shouldn't use those words.
Oh my God,
Genius
no.
zone.
You're like, what have I
That
done?
is-
You've changed.
That's a stretch.
You have single-handedly changed the trajectory of this company.
I am giving the psychological stamp of approval that you are in your zone of genius. And I think everybody listening would agree. You guys are great at what you do. And you may not have set out to do it, but your life unfolded where you were on the right path. I think the hard part is a lot of people are stuck in jobs that bring them no satisfaction. We spend a ton of time at work. They feel lonely, bored, and disconnected. Maybe they have financial handcuffs on where they don't get the leisure, most of us, to go, oh, what do I feel like doing? Or let me go spend all my time doing a hobby. You know, we can't do that. So I think a lot of people feel like I don't know how to find my purpose. I don't feel like I'm doing my purpose. And what I would say to those people is just start really, instead of like, I've got to change my whole career, just start really small with like what brings you even a little bit of joy.
Find one thing.
Find one little thing. Yeah.
I tell my son doesn't like going to school. Like, he doesn't like school.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you're in the top majority of little boys
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
Congrats, you're
I think
normal.
the club of people that like school is really small.
Congrats, sir, you passed the test.
And then I try to tell them, even though I have a hard time doing this, I feel like everybody is. I'm like, just find one thing you look forward to and just focus on that. You could trick your brain. Like, and a lot of, it's like, there's nothing good about it. Like that. No, that's not true. There's one thing. Start even stretching and finding it.
Yeah.
And then you'll slowly unravel.
That's called
this.
looking. You have to look to find it.
Everything's bad. And then all of a sudden
Yeah.
there's like, okay, there's one good thing. And there's like, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And you got to start. And with everything, even if you hate your job, most people do. I've had this argument for 20 years.
Yeah.
Most people, and it's not hate is a strong word. It's just they are confused by the illusion of this do what you love to do
Yeah.
for a living.
Why isn't this filling
And-
my cup?
Yeah,
Right.
and it's like it's still work, and I tell myself that like all of our job is not fun. Like this job is a grind, and there's parts of it that are not fun. But it's called work, not fun. And
Yes,
you
but-
get fulfilled by it, and find something you're fulfilled by too. Even if you're stuck at a job you don't necessarily like, find something fulfilling. Make some movements towards a new thing, but it's like find something.
And I mean, I'm just thinking as you're talking, your job is one of our biggest relationships, right? It's a relationship. We spend a
Yes.
lot of time in it, with it. And I do think there's a difference between, okay, the three of us all feel like I'm a therapist. I can really help people. Can't think of anything more meaningful and purposeful. And if it were not for that, the job's very hard. So I think the purpose and meaning aspect is huge of my why, like what gets me out of bed in the morning. But I think there's a difference because it's still hard. And you're right. There's still, no matter how much you love your job, there's still a difficult element. I do think there are people stuck in jobs, though, and I just want to honor this, where there's really nothing about it that brings them a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
And they feel like I'm not really helping anyone. I don't really enjoy it. I can't see a way out. And I think existentially, that's a really hard place to be. So I like
That adds to the loneliness, not to
Yes.
right? I mean, that ties,
it
right?
does.
God, if you worked retail, I worked retail for a while,
It's
and
soulless.
that is a
Soulless.
soul-sucking. You're just like, I'm selling Chinese garbage to people who don't even, it's going to end up donated. It's all just, and then it's like
What's the
giant
point?
corporate
What's
retail.
the point?
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
So you have to have something in there. Maybe your purpose is, you know what? This isn't my ideal job, but I feed my family. I'm able
Yeah.
to put my kids through school. Or maybe it's, I don't make a lot of money, but I really help people. What I do makes a difference. I'm changing the world. And I would encourage people, I know we don't have a lot of free time, but if your job isn't the thing, find something outside of it that makes you happy. Again, even if it's really small, and you never know what kind of side hustle that leads leads to. I mean, even podcasting for me came out of, I didn't know how much I would love podcasting. I didn't set out to do this initially, and I would do it full time if I could. That's how much I love it.
Also, there can be a shift, you know, like with my daughter and you saying with your boy, like saying, like, find one thing. We had that issue with ballet, you know, with Maisie's dance. She wanted to do, seemingly, this is a year ago or so, maybe even a little longer, maybe 2, where she wanted to do every dance but ballet. But when you talk to real dancers, the foundation of everything that is great in dance revolves around the discipline that is ballet.
Yeah.
And so just like what you're saying, I was like, you just try and find, just please, just, you know, understand that it's important to do it. And after the repetition, like you always say, of reps, she got to a point where one day the light bulb went off and she realized how much it helped her in other areas. So just because you don't like it now doesn't necessarily mean you're going to always not like it. You know, like how long have you been doing it?
So going back to the love language part of this, and then like
I felt like you had more there.
Yeah,
were
sorry.
you talking about yourself?
I
were you talking about you? Do you
well,
not know your
that's
love language?
Yeah, what's your love language?
I don't really understand what that even means.
Okay.
And a lot of
That's
times,
a great question.
it's like
know.
I didn't know what I thought libido meant.
Libido?
Boner.
A Libido Boner? That's the name of the show, is Libido Boner.
I didn't even know.
I
I thought when they were saying low libido, I thought it meant like erectile dysfunction. I swear to God.
Man, this dude's got a low libido.
Until when? Until when?
I'm not
last
even-
week?
I'm not even going to tell you. Well, we had to get a sponsor to explain it to us, if that makes any sense.
You heard about Daniel? Ooh, he got a low libido.
No, because
What the hell?
Because I didn't understand that other people had a problem with even wanting sex. Because in my, it's
That's not even like imaginable to you.
The chat room just said living Libido Boner. Living la boner beato.
This is embarrassing to talk about.
No, this is
because
great.
I literally didn't understand what exactly libido meant, and then so love language. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, love language.
So your love
but I don't
language
even,
is your libido?
No, I don't even.
Probably.
I understand that, like,
I think he does know his love language.
and that's there's a thing with a lot of men, but it's got to be more than that, because it's
Quality
not just
time,
about that.
Quality time.
And I need to explore what that other stuff is.
So first of all, this love language thing took off. Everybody talks about it. Again, there's no scientific data that any of this is true.
But think of the pressure that Tom is doing because there's this thing called love language. This guy hears it because it's shoved down our throat from every magazine and every show in the world, and then you're confused. And I don't think he's. I don't think he's confused. He's like, well, what's my love language? Well, maybe it's not even like you. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying?
I do. It's another thing that we
pressure.
have to like figure out and do right. But instead, I think the value of it is, I mean, technically, the author of the book for the love languages has 5, and it's quality time, right? Being with your partner, feeling connected, acts of service. So some people really like when their partner does something for them, like fix something. Physical touch, which is not it can be sex, but it's not limited to sex. It can be affection, words of affirmation, and gifts. And really the reality is, I think the value of it to take away is that it's helpful for your partner to understand that one of those things might be more meaningful to you than they are to your partner. So when you take the little quiz online, it'll give you your top 2. Mine are words of affirmation and physical touch. So, and I think physical touch is the first, not sex, physical touch. Not that I don't like sex, but it's more like affection, hand holding, like snuggling.
Cuddle, a good hug.
I like
my
to
wife's
be
like,
touched.
she's like, why don't you touch me more? My
Yes.
back, touch my back,
I
rub my
say
feet.
that
Touch
to
my
my
back. I'm
husband
like, well,
too.
how long
Touch
do
my
I have to touch it before you get the act of service? Act of service. Clap, clap,
Yeah.
clap, clap, clap.
Yeah, give me a
Sorry.
timeline here.
The act of service is not 69ing, by the way.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. You know, sometimes I feel like I have to rub her back. I'm like, God.
Okay,
I'm like, God, I'm in the coal mine. I'm in the
ask-
coal mine. I'm rubbing back. I'm like, I have rubbed this thing for hours.
I know. My husband's like, am I done yet?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus
I have
Christ.
carpal tunnel. Like, it's hard for
Thank
me.
you. I said I type all day.
I'm like, can I
But
get a
women
machine?
love
Yeah, can I just
that.
step on you for an hour?
They sell a machine on Amazon that can do this?
But that's the point, right? Is that if you're not, like, just for example, if you're not a huge physical touch person, and some people aren't. Like, I have a very close friend who does not like to be touched. I mean, not that she doesn't ever want to have sex, but she does not like to be hugged. Like, everybody's different. So if you're very physical touchy and your partner isn't, then understanding, oh, but my partner loves when I like take out the trash, like that makes that person feel loved. You just got to know what things make your partner feel good.
That's the
Men
lowest level one, right?
Yeah.
Taking out the trash.
Well, no.
Like if your love language is, if you're listening to this and you're like, man, you know what really gets me going? When my husband takes out the trash. You're like the step 1 Pokemon. You're like the lowest level Pokemon.
Well, I guess it's anything like
You're a Squirtle.
contributing to the house,
Yes.
you're helping them
I mean,
out.
that's maybe not the best example, but you know what? For somebody who grew up where they had to do everything themselves and nobody ever helped them, you'd be amazed what things mean stuff to people depending on their life. So the bottom line of all of this, forget the test, forget the ask your partner what things make you feel the most loved and appreciated, and make some effort to do those. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really depends on your particular partner.
Yeah, because it's all subjective and it's all different for everybody.
Yes, and if your partner makes an effort, then appreciate that, because they're not going to do a thing if it isn't their default way easily.
I have a tough one that me and Maisie have only been able to execute recently. One of Andrea's most prized possessions is her time to be alone.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
She loves that.
And that is would that be a love language? I think it's
Absolutely.
It's in there somewhere.
It's
Because
important to her.
It
It's
is
a
very
love
much.
language.
It is very
Yes.
much.
Yes.
And that is her either exercising, reading a book, but I mean not us in the room, not us being around her, not us talking to her, not us interacting. Certainly not, Mama, we need help.
Yep.
That would be the exact opposite of it.
Oh my
right?
God, you don't know how
Do you know how hard
important
this
is for
is
women.
though? To execute though on our end, not to say I just maybe sticking up for dumb dads and kids for just a second. If you're a chirper like me and you love being around your wife, you know how hard it is. Sometimes I get excited about things that I even want to tell her, and I'm like, yo, just what are you doing? Don't just leave
Just
her.
wait.
Leave her alone. And it is very difficult to do, but it is such a precious gift you can give your wife.
agree.
If she has ever asked for that, try giving it to her and see where you get.
And most women who are in the phase of life where they're working and have kids, or they're home with
She has
kids,
a lot on her plate.
which is working. Women carry so much of the mental load still, whether they're working in the house or in and out of the house. Giving women a little time where no one is needing them or asking them for anything or talking, that is a big deal.
Oh, my favorite thing is when my sons walk past me on the couch and go into the shower, and they're like, "Where's my chargers?"
Yeah, she's in there literally naked, shaving her legs, leg up on the wall, full on in the bikini area.
I
and
just walk-
Maisie's asking questions, so I'm like, I'm right here.
This is why women still carry 70+% of the mental load. You guys laugh, but this kind of really sucks for us.
So that's the one I've been trying to step
about
in.
the
I'll be like,
physical
hey,
load
May. I'll
that
be
we're
like, May,
carrying?
May.
The physical load.
Physical load, that's heavy. Come on.
No one on the planet is playing even the tiniest violin.
I'll go carry anything. And when we have to load the suitcases and some other
He's a
physical
loader.
stuff.
But men can
I'm
be
loading.
more aware of this and start to be proactive about saying, hey, I know I don't carry as much of this. I don't think about these things. It's the anticipation, the reminders of all of the kids' agenda, tasks. Like, mom is often and I'm not saying dads aren't amazing. I have the best dad in the world I'm so close to. Dads do tons. I'm not saying that. There just might be things that you're not thinking about as a guy because your wife makes it seem so effortless. Ask her and help her. This means a lot to women.
And tons is a stretch, by the way. They're doing something.
But there are a lot of great dads out there.
I know.
And I think you guys are in that club.
So-
Well, we're trying.
before-
We're not perfect, but as long as we're trying, then we're better than 99% of other
Absolutely.
dads. That's what I
Absolutely.
think.
I'm a good
No one's
dad,
perfect.
bad parent, horrible parent. All right, so
Can't be good at
Aw,
everything.
Because of discipline.
Can't
and
be
all
good
that.
at everything,
Lord teaching them. Anyway, so before we leave, I want to throw out something I saw on our BDM page that someone recently got divorced and now they're back to the dating pool. They're 40 years old.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. I saw this post.
and-
He's a good-looking guy too. It won't.
Based
he'll be
on
fine.
statistics, this is going to happen to half our listeners, and they're going to find themselves in a situation where they're in their 40s and they haven't dated in 20 years and they don't know what the hell to do, and they're super confused about it. And I made the joke, I would give them advice based on no experience whatsoever because I have no idea. If like you told me but you have some experience.
I
And
do.
it's like, so what would you tell this person?
This guy who's just going to start dating now
Yes.
for the first time.
Never
in a while.
used a dating app, doesn't even
Yeah.
know where to start.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reality of today's world is that most people do meet on dating apps, but most people are also a little bit disenchanted with them because they can be really dehumanizing and discouraging. I'm not saying don't do it, but I would start
Just a warning. you know.
Yes, but I would start by easing yourself in and seeking quality by asking your friends and everyone you know, hey, I'm open to dating. If you know somebody nice, would you introduce me? Set up a coffee date, low stakes, short time frame. We make a snap judgment in our unconscious system about attraction to partners almost instantaneously. And one of the problems with the apps is a lot of time can be wasted in back and forth digital exchanges. You meet the person and there's just absolutely no way. You spent weeks talking, texting. You have to meet people. So I would start by, first of all,
I
realizing
never thought about that. Wait,
You're digitally talking to someone for
Yeah.
weeks, and then
And
all of a
then-
sudden you meet them in person.
Yeah.
You're like, I feel nothing.
And
and
I
you
also-
connect digitally.
Yeah, I also don't fault the person on the other side because I don't think it's possible for you to interact exactly the same way you interact digitally
No, of
that
course,
you do
yeah.
like as a human being. It's just an impossibility.
It is.
You
And
can't do it.
attraction is chemistry does matter. Compatibility does matter.
Yeah.
And there's a physical automatic thing that happens. Not that we shouldn't give people a chance, but if you meet people and your body just kind of says no, that's not a hard no. It's not going to develop. The other thing is you've got to warm back up your social muscles because being in a relationship, it's very different from having to go out and meet people and date. And nobody's going to be good at it right out of the gate. That's okay. But I would also say connect not only to friends asking to be set up, but who else do you know who's single? And make friends. Reach out to somebody and say, hey, I'm newly single. Would you want to grab a beer? Men don't do enough of this. Then you get yourself back out there. You meet somebody else who's single. You have a buddy to go see a game or go do something with, play golf, whatever you're into. And then you start to get back out there where you might meet people organically. I'm on a big mission to bring back organic dating and meeting because it's much more quality controlled, it's much more fulfilling, and you're much more likely. I also want to give this guy a little encouragement that if you are a good guy and you treat women well and you have your life together, you are going to do fine. It's normal to feel insecure. Women want a quality guy who treats them right, and that's a hot commodity.
Yeah,
so you're
there
going
you
to
go.
do great.
And a lot of people are confused because of technology. That meeting online or even talking to someone on FaceTime and stuff is even like that, where you're talking to someone's face digitally. That is not the same as person to person.
Not at all.
And 100%.
Yeah, that
it's
person
not.
could be in a wheelchair and you'd never know it.
Our human brains evolved over hundreds of thousands of years with person to person. And we've just had this technology in the past 25, 30 years or whatever. And it's never going to evolve out of us. And it will take another 10,000 years of this technology for our brains to change. So we have to have human to human contact for it to be meaningful at
and
all.
I would say I don't think we're ever going to not need it. It's part of being human, and our brains may evolve and adapt to technology, but if they do, it won't be a good thing.
And it won't
Oh,
be.
it's already happening. I think.
Yeah, it's bad.
It'll be 20 generations from now, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are hardwired for human to human, and that's going to be like, I mean, for our grandkids, our great grandkids.
And we need that
Yeah.
to thrive, not just survive.
Yeah.
We really do. So get back out there, give yourself lots of grace, and you're going to do great.
And come to the Cost of Quiet book release in Maitland's Mercedes-Benz dealership on January 29th at 5:30. Get your tickets at ColetteJaneFair.com.
That would be a good I would say if
Good
you're like
way
I
to
said,
meet people.
yeah, on the front of the
Yes.
show. Like if you were
Come hang
ever-
out with
Yeah,
us.
just come hang out. I'll talk to you. Yeah, look, you'll have to tell me to stop talking to you.
Yeah,
But
I
come on
actually
out.
have a few quality single girlfriends who are going to be at the event. Truly.
All right.
Oh,
They'll
hey.
kill me if I'm like
My
you know
God.
pimping them out. But you might have a
And
have
look
an
at Colette. These are not
unofficial-
uggos.
No, they're
These are-
gorgeous. They're
yeah,
gorgeous.
We're talking
Yeah.
prime real estate.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but with our listeners, well,
We'll have an organic meet cute at this fun party. And don't forget that we're giving away 10 free tickets to the
Yep.
first listeners who email us. Where do they email us?
hello@lovethyneighborshow.com.
Boom.
And send an email. You'll get the
Yeah,
that's
I'll
5
email you back
couples and-
confirmation that you're in. We'll get your name. Obviously, we'll need your name. That way we
Yep.
know that you're
Name
on.
and email, and we'll send you your free ticket.
Yeah, that
Perfect.
way we can get you your ticket and hope to see a lot of you out there. And then we'll all get our books.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
And
we'll,
everyone's going to be so disgustingly good at communicating and so in love. It's going to be like a phenomenon.
I
All
like
right.
that. Oh, that sounds 2026. In love, communicating fully.
And lots of sex.
Yeah, and 69s are coming back. That's what I'm saying. In 26 and 69.
Yeah, with the guy on top. That's
Yeah,
the weird.
that's
That's
the new one.
one I've seen
That's
on the
the
video.
new one.
God.
Yeah, yeah. That's called the upside down Eiffel Tower.
All right. Colette, thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. All right, we did a lot of bad there, but you did a lot of good. Thank you, Colette.
So fun. Okay, so
Oh, well, the mics are still on.
Okay.
I need to tell you that. Would you
Okay.
like for me to turn them off so you can talk? Well, you guys, I'm going to turn the mics off so we can
just
do a
'cause I
proper
have a
scene
little
change.
Update. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a proper scene change, so we will be right back. Bye. Hello, we're back. We need a warm up. So, are you guys? Did you guys finish Stranger Things?
No. We're in the middle.
What's the
of
bad
it now.
guy? The Vika?
Vecna.
Vecna. Dumb name, Vecna.
It
Vecna these nuts.
It is, and I've only seen really kind of criticism about but it's the final season. I'm giving them a little slack
You got to.
because I'm like, well, what else were they supposed to do? You got all these kids that were kids and now they're old.
It's not their fault they age.
Yeah. It's like so it's like, how can you blame even the production of it? Is like
How many seasons have there been?
This
This
is the
the
fifth
fifth.
and final.
Yeah.
Is it the 90s yet?
No, that the theoretical time frame in the show has always been the same. So it's kind of a fictional
Yeah,
universe.
they're doing like The Simpsons, where everybody kind of is supposed to be frozen forever. It's
Yes,
like-
yeah.
And we've only
yeah.
been gathering like maybe through 2 years of time,
Yeah,
or
you get-
3 years of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this year they had it was a 1983. Or this season, they referenced the year 1983.
Yeah, like 1 year or 2 years had passed,
Yeah,
and then
but
it's
these
like these
kids
kids are
aged 15 years.
they're all adults, and it's funny because the adults
Yeah.
are the same, but all the
I
kids
feel like the
are,
one-
That's
but-
funny. Have you seen the I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
The movie I can't remember the name or who was the director or anything else about it except there
Great, we're off to a good start. We'll figure it out.
the people all went to vacation and then they went to this beach and then they aged really fast.
Oh, is it?
It's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah,
M. Night
that one.
Shyamalan. Okay.
Old Beach.
Yeah, no,
It was like, okay, the movie Old Beach.
no.
Well, what's
tell
funny
Old
in it
Beach?
is that like the children changed dramatically during the movie, but because they were aging like rapidly on this particular beach. But the people who were 25 and got to 45, they didn't look that different.
yeah.
Right.
So same thing, like Winona Ryder doesn't look that different than the first season, but her kid went from an 11-year-old to like a 24-year-old with a beard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
and
now-
she's still just a big mess in the show, where she's like and everything.
She's
Yeah.
not
kinda
so much. This
She's just kind of flopping around wearing a sweater and calling out to
she's
Will.
got the puffy vest.
And Will's gay. He tells everybody he's gay.
Oh,
Well,
no.
thanks for spoiling
Yeah, you
it.
gotta spoil us.
We haven't
Oh,
spoiled
sorry.
it
I'm
yet.
sorry. I thought everybody watched that part.
No.
Wasn't that last
That-
half season ago?
No. I said I think he's gay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but now
Yeah, we knew he was gay. I thought last season.
Yeah, that's what
When
I'm
he, like,
saying.
cried-
they didn't say it. He
He
just
cried out the window. But I do think there's some sort of confession that happens this season.
Oh,
But we haven't seen it yet. We were only on episode 3.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry,
Sorry, I didn't. I thought that was kind of known.
It's
It
not.
is on the internet.
Although it's still too scary to show Tommy and Max, though.
my
It's
Well, I heard they ramped it up for this last season so as to give you the goods. I heard I should watch the final episode just because it's good. That's what I heard.
Well, I don't know.
I heard the battling, if you will, to
now you gotta
foreshadow.
watch the whole year and watch the whole thing.
I don't
Don't
need to
watch
watch
the
whole
last.
thing. I don't need to know any backstory.
It's so good. There's all these little Easter eggs in it. Like, I couldn't remember why, or I couldn't understand why the name Will Byers was, like, resonating with me. I don't know anybody named Will Byers, But there was, like, a murder, the West Memphis 3, maybe? It was, like, a Chris
yeah.
Byers. They take these little things from your
you
memory.
think they
of
do that to actively make you?
100%, I
yeah.
think they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you use names that trigger
Yeah.
some nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the
the kids
original
are wearing
name of
certain outfits.
Vecna was going to be Roward Stern. I don't know. Stupid. What are we talking about? Are you starting?
yeah.
And where's
yeah,
this
I
go?
don't-
Is this a Friday?
This is Thursday. This is tonight.
This tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 1 and 2. All right. Why don't you begin? Here we go.
All right.
3.
I have no idea where
I like
this is
this.
direct-
I like-
have
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
My mind is blank.
Blank? I love it.
So
love
No.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
something in there.
No.
No,
It's blank.
Run it blank.
It'll pop
Yeah,
in
yeah, it
as
will.
soon as we
And
start.
you have
That's
no
a
idea what it
scary-
could be anything. It could be- he could-
That's
he-
a fear I
he
live
could
in every
take
day.
on and manifest the entire persona of SpongeBob SquarePants, and no one would know.
Yeah.
No wonder you're so stressed out all the time.
I'm laying it on the line that me and Daniel
Yeah, can we
will
do
come
it?
up because we have no idea.
I'll
where this
start.
goes.
Do you want me to start? I'm the king of the blank mind start.
We-
No, because sometimes you'll go, all right, What do you want to talk about? And you
That's
look at
fine.
me.
That's allowed.
No,
That's
no,
allowed.
no,
it is
no,
sort
no.
of a cop out, but it's allowed.
Yeah. No,
It
but
is
that's like a spark. That's the spark I need. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I got it now. I just need to say that because I don't
Same thing
have it.
happens with Vecna. That's how he gets his powers. He's like, I got nothing. Now I'll kill the whole goddamn
It'll
town.
come. Hey, it's got to come. After 20 years, it comes. It just comes. Daniel, it'll come.
Yeah, I am the king. Do you know that for Orlando City Soccer, standing in the middle of a 30,000 facility.
This
30,000
I couldn't do.
I'll have no idea what I'm doing. They'll hand me the microphone. I'll be like, give me the goddamn microphone. You walk up there, be blank, mind
no,
blank,
but
and they're like, put the camera right over there, like, hit it. And I'm like, JetBlue, the #1 destination flyer for you and your family, present Orlando City. Yeah. And I just start just barfing bullshit.
Yeah. I'm like, what airlines are again? United?
Do you remember the time? Hold on, I have to get something off my chest. This is a great warm up. And Melissa, flag this. You were publicly bullied by Orlando City because of your titty sweat. He was when he was not a workout man. And you know what? And thinking about it now, I was not a good friend to him, and I should have.
The organization?
They put pictures of his titties on there. I think they did.
Wasn't there somebody there you guys didn't
Do you remember
like
that? Do you remember that? Because you had to come from something else, and you were hustling, and he got there. He's getting there like the skin of his teeth, and he slid in, and he had the two smiles under his titty. He had titty smiles.
And I was out there on camera at the fucking goddamn stadium.
And they put him on, and the cameraman like put the camera on his titties,
red.
titty smiles, and like. Woo.
And then you know what? When we got back from the Bahamas that time for that Caradonna shit,
You were sunburned.
I was sunburned fat. And then I didn't know
Sunburned fat.
they were taking
Full
the
Corona face.
they were taking the staff pictures at Orlando City, and they were fat, like put a scarf around his
You
fat
look like
neck.
a soul-cured ham.
I was red and
bright red
sweat
ham.
titties. And they had like some gray polo.
There's a picture of me.
It's there. Someone find
The
it.
first photo of me working with Orlando City, I was so stressed out from quitting my job. It's so fat. They had a picture of me. Everybody that was in the marketing department was supposed to jump up. I think I jumped 2 centimeters. That's how fucking fat I was. I was so fucking fat, I could barely jump in the photo.
We were fat back then. Oh, way fatter.
All right, that was good. Good warm up. All right. Still don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it hard.
We should have started earlier.
Yeah, you'll see. Should have talked about that. That was what we.
That was all good
That was
stuff.
our gateway.
But now we're going to start the show.
the bad stuff.
And we have no idea where we're going.
I'm going to talk about Venezuela.
All right.
Yeah.
I got some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I got thoughts on Greenland too. Coming to get you, Greenland. You heard me.
Yeah,
You
I
heard
want
me,
Greenland.
You pussy ass.
What's there?
Coming
Who
to-
knows?
All the minerals.
I was
All
just
the
there.
minerals.
The name is Greenland. It's
You're
got to be
from-
awesome.
Your family's from Greenland, right?
No, you're in Iceland, right, Bart?
We went to both.
Oh, you went to Greenland too? Oh, that's what
What's
we're talking
better,
about.
Iceland or Greenland?
Okay, we're talking
Which should we take?
take the ice.
This is a terrible
Take both.
war. Ice.
Like
You
Avatar.
can't say ice. People hate ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
say that.
all right,
Oh,
let's
my
not,
God, that
let's
was
not go there.
Yeah.
Don't go there, my God.
That's bad prof. Bad
That
prof.
was bad prof. My God, that's the equivalent of shooting the show in the face. All right.
Okay, all right. Here we go.
Wiping
three.
it clean. Wiping it clean.
And 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Come on over and hang out in the chat room. We got tons of people in there right now, like Robert and Tracy and our friend Melissa. And you could be in there right now yucking it up with your buddies. Just search for @TomandDanLive. Also, I swear to never say yucking it up on this show ever again.
The Bart Merrick team is here. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Bart Merrick, Crystal Van. They're in
going
studio with us today.
Homes being sold alert.
Sitting on their own pillows that we have to explain to every
a
guest.
lot of
what
pillows.
Yeah, you do
You
have can you explain that? Because I don't think people that aren't watching the live stream will know that in our studio, we have a beautiful studio in Baldwin Park, Orlando, and we have a red couch, and on the couch we have pillows that have a picture of Bart, a picture of Crystal Van, and Santa Claus. And like we have like 9 or 10 of them.
it collectively, when how many times I've explained to a guest what the pillows are, it's been like a complete 24-hour waste of time. And my one full day of my life has been wasted explaining to guests. They're like, well, who are these people? And then, of course, Daniel's like, that's Tom's wife and
a man. Because I'm so helpful. You know? I'm such a good friend.
But Daniel just makes it more confusing. And then I have to go through the whole thing. I'm like, they get Christmas cards for the clients each year. They mail to them. And then with those Christmas cards comes a promotional pillow with the photo on it. And they gave us the first one like 12 years ago. And they're just
You're doing it again. See what he does?
That's the explanation.
24 hours, 1 minute now.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's been
it's been
that every single guest asks. Which, by the way, if I was a guest of a podcast, I wouldn't ask.
Why wouldn't you just say, "Oh, our clients give us those"?
Because Daniel starts off with
because I'm here.
That's Tom's wife and some man.
No,
that's how he says it every time.
I do kind of say it like that.
And then
I'm like, that's Tom's wife and a mystery man.
And then I have to explain that. It's Daniel's causing the problem.
You know what? Do you want me to stop doing that? Let's talk about it. We have the Bart Marek team here. Would it make the show and your life and this business and this company better if when we have guests in 2026, and it's going to happen multiple times, you know it, if they go like, hey, who's this on the pillows? If I just go like, oh, that's a client of ours, I will do that and just dismiss it.
No, you won't.
I swear to you, I will. I'll put it in writing.
Yourself.
I'll put it in writing right here. Like, I'll say it, and then when I do it, when I screw up, then there'll be a cost. What's
the cost?
I don't know. You can pick the cost. What do you want me to do? You want me to get a tattoo on my butt? What do you want me to do? You want me to tase my balls?
All right. So
next year I'll put little titles above Crystal that says Tom's wife. And above me it'll say
then I'll have to do nothing. I love that. Then it'll just speak for itself. I love that. Well, good to see you guys. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and all of that.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to say? I knew he was going to do all that just for that joke. I was waiting for it right when she said it. Okay. So, let's get down to business. So, last night, Crystal went to a play with my mom and my sister and my niece.
Did you go?
I didn't go because it was a Christmas present.
And you don't celebrate Christmas.
No,
I forgot about that.
It was a girls' night out with Crystal and my mom and sister. My mom was always wanted to go to a play.
Girls' night, no bras, wine 30.
And then I was at home, watching.
Telling your kids about space.
No. I was watching the Wizards kids because, when you have more than two, the third and the fourth are wild animals.
Yeah. Well, they get neglected. They're neglected to the point where then the earth raises them.
And then I'm taking the baby, I'm swinging his legs at the other one to fight him off.
Yeah.
They're really wild, those two.
Yeah.
Because you get so tired. I don't blame them.
What do they do that's wild, if I can ask
can't
for
even describe
it? Is it like hopping off of things and just climbing? And
they're normal kid boys, two boys with energy.
Just name something and I'm going to say yes to it.
Yeah.
Name something wild and the answer is yes.
You know what?
And your house is not baby-proof. Not to say that you wouldn't have done it. It would have been that way, but you don't have any babies anymore.
Did one of them take my placemat and just start ripping it in half? Yes.
You know what it is? Is they're normal boys, but we didn't have that experience.
You have beautiful young men that
but we didn't
very well behaved.
We didn't have
young men.
the and I kind of jealous of that
you're
I'm
low-key.
envious that I didn't have a young wild boy.
But look at you're low key and Crystal's low key too. Why would you have a wild boy? I don't see either of you aren't like really wild.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but we like a lot of people will say, oh, you have boys? Ooh, you guys must be tired. And I'm like, not really. I have to get them out of bed at 10 or 11.
They're good boys.
Like they don't have a lot of energy.
Well, yeah.
But I kind of wish
They're
my
low
kids had
energy
some
good
energy.
boys. That's a great band name. The Low Energy Good Boys.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
And by the way, no one wants to hear that. We're like, oh, you're wild boys. We got low energy good boys.
Yeah, but
They're so
they don't want to go play.
They're
They don't want to
sweet
go
and
outside
loving.
and play soccer. They're not like trying to I don't know. There's not energy to get out of them.
Yeah, no, I know.
They're just sitting there.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. There's like a cat, like having 2 cats.
That's awesome. People love cats.
Yeah. But I'm like, get up there, start fighting.
No,
you know,
sorry, we're low energy good boys. We stay right here.
But then when I get the wild boys over, and then I'm like, oh, it makes me
We
appreciate.
have to hide everything. I gotta hide. I gotta hide anything that's glass. All the, I
Have
got
they
a
broken
guitar. I
anything?
gotta hide it. I gotta lock the piano
Oh,
lid.
we
Yeah.
have.
What about your collection of African art? Have they pulled
No.
any?
No, but the baby
What about
started.
Satchmo? What about Satchmo?
Oh, we gotta hide
Oh yeah,
that.
I gotta hide that.
Because they're pressing the button. Hello,
Just pull it on the
dark.
map.
Hello, wild boy.
He loves it.
Hello, wild boy.
Just pull
Will
over
you
and
tear
over.
this freaking house apart, wild boy?
And I forget that young babies, they want you to, like, I was kicking a ball as high as I could in the air. Right?
They like feats of strength.
Yeah.
Little
And,
babies love feats of strength.
And then they go get the ball and they bring it back and be like, higher. And then I kick it. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no end. There's no end to what they'll
no
ask
end.
for. They're just like
Over
a
and over
corporation.
and over.
My sons,
like a corporation.
they'll do it when they were babies like 2 times. They're like, I'm done. But these wild boys, there's no end. It's infinity. Like, I'm like, how many times could I actually do this before you just faint out of it? I was like, I couldn't even do it as much as you wanted me
Well, you
to.
must have tried. How long were you kicking the ball for?
So I kicked it 30 times into the trees,
That's a
over
lot.
and over.
That's a lot.
And then I was like, my hamstrings.
What are they wearing, these wild boys? Just a diaper?
Oh, yeah.
Just a pair of shorts?
Shorts, no shoes, no shirt.
That's a Volusia County.
Yeah.
That is
Volusia
a
County Wild
standard
Boys.
Volusia County wild boy.
Yeah, it's
anyway.
a Brevard County Beach boy, I think. These two.
Yeah.
But,
Very similar. Very similar. Little towhead boys.
They turn my mini fridge off. They do. I have 2 mini fridges. They turn them off,
Oh, that's sneaky.
and I don't know it until I go to get a hot drink.
Oh, goddamn wild boys!
It's all that
just
stuff you
thinking.
find out later.
I'm just watching them do it. I tell them no, but they don't listen. Wild boys don't listen to nobody.
How does their parents control them at all, or is it just you
They're
just
tired.
kind of
They're
Just
too
survival.
tired.
you just let them ride it
That's
out?
what I'm saying. After 3 and 4, you're just so tired you can't do anything anymore. So you just have to sit there and just try and so you hope they don't die.
When do
You know?
they when do they
That's
calm
it.
down? How do they fall asleep? Do they just kind of?
Oh, we don't know. They just leave. They show up wild and leave wild, and we're like, "Oh my God, they're gone!" And there's like we're having trashed and stuff. We're like picking up. We're like, oh. And then that's and then I'm like, "Oh my!" I
they
feel bad for
never
my
once
buddy.
slow down. They never once
I'm like,
slow
"Oh
down."
my God, you have to live like this."
Yeah.
And people live, with a ton of kids.
Don't his other kids help police the wild boys though? The 2 little
They're
wildlings?
tired too. And I think the older siblings, they're like, "We're done
Yeah,
with
the
this."
girl will be out of there. The girl will be out of there. She's
We're
like,
not-
peace, I'm out.
We're not taking care of the wild boys. That's too much work. That's 24 hours of work.
And what ages are they?
Like 2 and 4, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Oh,
all
yeah,
right.
that's peak wild.
Did you know that the Bart Marek team helped the wizard buy that house?
Yeah,
out there?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get to interact as much as you do with the wild boys if you hadn't helped him find that amazing property in Satellite Beach.
Yeah.
That he loves very much, and he got in there at a good time.
Yeah.
What's
happening even? Are we going to talk about what's even happening right now
Yeah. So Bart.
in real estate? I don't even know.
Yeah. So what is the current trend? As like I think people outside of the business looked at it like, and if you follow it just a little bit, you're like, okay, right before COVID was like really good times, and then COVID happened, and then everybody started going crazy. The market was crazy, and then it's gonna stall after interest rates went up.
Yep.
But then like we're talking 2023, it's 2026 now. So where are we at now?
Well, last year was better than 24. It was better than 23. 23 is the year where interest rates really went through the roof. Or
Okay.
not the roof. They went up to 7% plus. So, which historically is really not that high, but still higher than 3% where it had been for the last 20 years prior. We did all right this last year. It wasn't a huge year. It wasn't our best year. It wasn't our worst year. And I expect this next year will probably be more of the same. It's just kind of status quo. You know, a lot of the people that we see selling, buying, typically are doing so not so much because they want to, but more so because they have a reason, such as they're getting relocated, maybe they got a job, lost a job, had a kid, divorce, those kind of things. It's not really, I would just want a bigger house. We're not seeing that yet. And when we see the guys who start buying a house just because they want something bigger, they want a pool or a better neighborhood, that'll be when I suspect we start to see the unlocking, where we start to be at a point there where the market starts to gradually build up again. right now at this moment we're at the slowest time of the year coming out of the holidays. I expect,
And that's true for every year.
yeah, that's status quo. I expect we'll start picking up again somewhere around mid-February into March, and then it'll be pretty steady through about June, July. That's the spring selling season. I don't expect interest rates to be significantly lower by the end of this year. Probably be lower, but not a huge amount. I think we're just over 6% on a 30-year mortgage at this moment. While the Fed, and I've had this question before, where the Fed has been dropping rates, but mortgage rates have not come down. In fact, not the last time, but the time before the last when the Fed dropped rates, the mortgage rate actually went up at the time they dropped it. And that's because the 30-year mortgage is tied to the 10-year note. And it's not directly tied to the Fed. So we got to get the 10-year is what the mechanism needs to come down to drop mortgage rates, which is a really fun conversation. But
I think that's a huge misconception a lot of people, myself included, have. Yeah.
There's a relationship between the Fed rate as well as the 10-year, but it's not a direct it's not a one-on-one correlation.
Got you. Yeah.
I got an idea. 100-year mortgage. All right, follow me.
I thought Trump did that. I thought he did that. I'm not kidding.
Oh, man,
I thought he did that because I thought that he reactivated the 100-year note, and then he also did something about
There was a discussion about a 50-year mortgage.
Or
yeah.
was it a 50? Yeah. I know it was a big one.
Yeah.
And you know what I said? I love those because I'm a down payment guy. When I go to get a new car, it doesn't matter how much I'm spending to buy the car. It could be a $25,000 car. I just need to finance it down to $6 a month, and I'll pay $120,000 for the car. I just want that monthly payment because I'm going to have this thing forever. How else are you supposed to live beyond your means unless you're buying? You look at that monthly payment, get the monthly payment low. It doesn't even matter what the price of the number is. I'm going to die.
I want to legally tie it to my kids
Yes.
and burden them with it.
Yes, this guy knows.
I want to change the law where you could burden your
Yes.
children with your crazy investments.
It's Tom's Burden Act, and I vote yes on it.
100-year mortgage, and I tie into Max and Tommy and get my mortgage. My payment is $38 a month for the next 100 years.
But their payment is going to be.
Yeah, that's
and
what I
then
want.
It's a balloon. So
How much interest is on that? $300,000.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm dead.
It balloons once I get dementia. Where it's all their
Yeah, they're
problem.
putting balloons in my artery.
What do you think about that long? Like
Well,
a
if you were
40?
if I was a first-time home buyer and I had a certain amount I can afford, right, and I can afford it with a 50-year. If I'm looking at buying a house that I know I'm probably going to sell in the next, say, less than 7 years, it might not be a bad option because basically the amortization on a 30-year or 50-year, whatever timeline you have a mortgage, you're just paying all interest at the beginning of the first couple of years anyway. So you're not really gaining any principal. So if it creates a lower payment for a first-time home buyer, there might be something advantageous there. The risk is like, let's say you did that a couple of years ago where you went and bought a condo for $400,000 downtown, and now that condo is only worth $200,000. And you got a 50-year note on it that you owe $400,000, and now you're in the red.
Yeah.
That can't happen. There used to be this mindset that all real estate constantly appreciates, which is not necessarily true. Single-family homes have done real well, all things considered, over the last couple of years, but there are segments of the market that are not doing as well, like condos.
So yeah, now besides from condos, single-family homes, because our friends, they still yell at us, especially the Wizard, because we were the first of our friends, I believe, to purchase a house, and then I started telling all my friends that property never goes down. This is right before the recession, by the way.
You said they're not building, they're not making new land.
Well, my pop-up told me that.
Hey, he told me that they're not making new land thing. I heard that.
I got it from my pop-up. He screamed that all the time. And other things that he screamed, I can't say on this
don't
show.
say those.
I'll
Yeah.
say them on another show that I'm coming up with sometime soon.
Yeah.
That I get a better
You'll
rating.
see where we unveil the conspiracies, where we peel back.
But anyway, so
I tell you who did what.
I said they're not making new land and everything always appreciates, and I told everybody that. So all our friends went out and bought houses. Then the recession.
Yeah. And how are they doing? How are they doing?
Well, they all did well on them except that one.
And then, so then we all short sold, and it was a complete financial disaster. Or whatever. And then they held a grudge, which is unfair to me because I then told them, I'm just screaming what my pop-up told me.
Yeah.
And anyway,
Think for yourself. That's what I
but
did.
the reality is, even though we did that was a short period of time, and that house is worth more than we bought it for now.
Right.
So in a long enough time frame, it always appreciates. And so
I think it's somewhere they said that if you own property for more than 7 years in any period of time, you're guaranteed to get some return off of it.
Yeah, because even that we lost our ass on that Deltona house, it's worth more than we bought it now. So if we would have kept it, it would have appreciated. It just had this, crazy anomaly bump that happens, let's say, every 20 to 30 years, maybe, and hopefully it's not that cycle.
You
but
just made up that 20 to 30.
Well,
just want everybody to know he made up that 20
I
to
like the
30.
confidence, and that's why I nod along. Like, people ask me, they're like, why do you nod along? I'm like, I like his confidence.
Well, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. When I was supposed to be like, hold on a second. Is that verified? I mean, God, we'll be here all day if I do that. Is that the show you guys want? I don't think that's the show you
No,
want.
I just want everybody who's listening to know.
What happened in the 80s?
Well, you're allowed
and
to
then
say that. You're allowed.
2007 or whatever. So it's like, there's that.
Well, I don't think we're going to have any crash anytime soon.
Yeah.
There's too many people and not enough houses as it is. So
No, I know. So
I want a cabin. I want to buy a cabin in Georgia so bad. But
be
my
surprised-
wife, my cheapskate wife, who I want to divorce.
you'd be surprised how many people we've had over the last couple of years that have sold their home just to go up north somewhere to get away from people where it's cheaper.
That's
When
what I
buy
want.
land, I mean, we get calls regularly from people who are, I want to sell my house and I want to buy a piece of land and just get out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I just need to get away from here.
Yeah,
And you guys. No, I'm kidding.
So-
not you guys. Not
I
you
think
guys.
that's a
Present company excluded.
I think about that, and I think every human wants to run away to psychologically, you get stressed out, and you're like, your work, your kids.
It releases like fantasy chemicals.
Yeah, and then you're like, all my problems will be solved if I move out
To
in
the woods
middle,
in Wisconsin.
in the middle of nowhere. And then I'm like, I don't think that's correct.
It's not true.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah,
It
that
might
would
cause
solve.
more problems.
yeah, but I'm like, I think this would be
I don't know.
adding to problems.
I think it would. I think it would solve them all.
Here's the
Just
thing.
leave everything behind.
You're
I
gonna
just
have
want an
new
Airbnb.
problems.
I don't want to move
You'll have
away.
new
I
problems.
just want a place to go to when I want to be left alone that I could just go to and be left alone and then hopefully make a little money on it. But
you
my
need
wife
to-
will never do it. Never in a million years.
Now the value, like getting an Airbnb cabin could work, but it's work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even running the Sanford Airbnb was you have to
so much work.
You had to
I appreciate you doing that.
you know,
Thank you for your service.
schedule the cleanings and make sure that everybody's bitching, and then they want to get a free.
You don't have any dairy-free coffee creamer?
Really, they would say that? Now it's been long enough time where if you want to air out some of the grievances that people had, if you want to talk about how unreasonable they were, let's talk about that lesbian couple that had the painting fall on their head. Let's talk about that.
Well, that was our fault because I
Or
remember
maybe they shouldn't have been
nailing
boofing so hard. My God, man, mellow out. It's an Airbnb.
I don't remember
How
that.
hard are you eating it? Good Lord.
that. But I remember nailing that nail into the drywall and hanging that.
And you're like, this is gonna fall on a lesbian's head.
I
It's gonna fall on an old lesbian's
I'm
head.
so lazy that I told myself, I was like, this should be good, but I knew in my
You
heart.
did, but you wanted to get down the ladder because you wanted a beer or something, right? You're like, I can get out of here.
Well, yeah. I just didn't want to go through the drywall anchor and all that. I'm just like, this is
And then
good.
in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. to the sound of a Puerto Rican bike gang by mannequins or whatever that place is called.
Yeah.
They're doing burnouts. A painting of a squid will fall on top of a lesbian's head while she's eating it hard.
And then, you know what? And then my buddy Pudge stayed there one night, and he's like, is there a halfway house next door?
There is.
And I'm like,
Literally,
I'm like,
can I
goddamn
say-
it. Every
Yes.
other guest didn't
Yeah.
shut up about it, and
Not
you're
one
my
person
friend.
mentioned
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, because you don't mention it, but you know how guilty I felt when like he'd be like, put beer in the fridge there. I'm loading beer into there. Meanwhile, there's 9 guys that are trying to get their life together, staring me down in rocking chairs, sitting out there. I just, hi, I'm Dan. I'm just bringing beer by.
Well, there was
Bringing White
police
Claw.
activity there that night. That's why he told us about
Oh, really? Yeah, they get
course I
real
will.
territorial about their beds. They start getting all tussle.
That's my beer. That's my beer. You get out of my
They start tussling. You're like, oh, calm down. Everybody chill out.
it. They never caused a problem.
All right.
What are you guys going to talk about?
Yeah. So let's talk about like an investment property. Do you guys get any like people that are looking for investment properties ever? I know there's some BDM clients that you've dealt with for years that have bought properties from you guys.
Yeah, I'm meeting with them tomorrow, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got one client who's been working with us for like 10 years and bought a couple properties from us. So, but not too often do we get people who want to buy like a multifamily unit. These people buy multifamily homes and vacant land. They build their own houses, so they're
Okay.
they're kind of all over the place.
This
But
isn't a Chinese corporation.
No. No.
So
Some good old boys.
a lot of the out-of-state investors we used to work with bought a lot of condos, and that's really slowed down a lot. So
Okay.
that as well as everything's just gotten more expensive. Like when you could buy a house for under $250,000, or you could get a 2-2 small condo with an HOA of $300 for under $150,000, those things would sell pretty quick. You're real quick. You get in there with an investor. I think that if the government wants to get involved with housing, they should limit or tax investors on flipping property. Turn it. I see too many properties that are sitting vacant today that are owned by an investment firm,
Yeah.
REIT, Blackstone, one of those guys, and it just sits there empty for months and months and months because it's overpriced. They spent too much money on it. It's not quality for what they're asking, and I think
They just sit on it.
Yeah, and I think it's a shame. These properties should be available to sale to people
who live in
need
the
a place to
neighborhood.
live, yeah.
Right,
Instead of having these bunch of corporate-owned abandoned houses that are out with when there's a rental crisis and stuff. Like these corporations are so big they can just sit on them, and they're not contributing to the community.
When I bought my house I live at now about 4 years ago, the next door neighbor, I didn't know him, but I met the guy a couple times. He got sick and he had to sell his house and move, and he sold it to an investment group who came in. They paid too much. They tried to clean it up and they tried to flip it. And it took them something like 9 months to get to that point. It was just real slow. They overpriced it. It sat on the market for another 6 months. Then they decided, we'll rent it out. Wow. They rented it out for about a year. That tenant moved out a couple months ago. It's been sitting there vacant ever since. They've probably owned the property for 3 years. It's probably been only habitated for about a year. And it's just sitting there empty. And it's collected. The lawn looks terrible. The house needs work. It needs someone to live there.
That's a result with like corporations and huge investors and China, other countries, where they had this unlimited money, and then there was a point in the housing market where it was more advantageous to invest into property than to any other investment at that spot. But then they, of course, did too much because they're greedy, right? Corporations, they go, give me more.
Well, that is what they do.
And
They're
then-
designed to do that.
then-
Take all you can.
The market changes, and all of a sudden there's all these abandoned properties that people own, and they're like, maybe we'll just wait it out.
My concern is that I think the young, what is the young generation? The guys in their 20s, are they Z? Is that what that is?
Z, I think, and then
Yeah.
Alpha. Yeah. X.
Okay.
Yeah. Z.
So the ones that should be coming next 5-10 years into the age where you should be in home ownership, they don't seem to be real into it. I think that there's a mentality there when the very few times that I talk to somebody in their 20s or their early 30s who don't own a home, it seems to be this mentality, I'll never own a house. I'll just keep renting and just put that out of my head and walk away. And my concern is then we turn into a place where Blackstone, Real Estate Investment Trust, Wall Street owns everything. And and no one owns a home anymore. That's a weird place if you think about getting to in another 40, 50 years.
I saw some mini documentary on TikTok. That's where I get all my information. Is they were showing a graph about and everybody knows this right now pretty much where where home prices are outside the medium salary of people that should be buying homes.
The
right
number
now.
one complaint in Orlando
And-
from anybody that
There's
I
a
know is
disparity.
younger, they can't afford a home.
And then they showed where it was aligned in the past, and now there's this huge disparity on what homes cost and what people make. And then they were saying you have to make personally, not just a couple, but personally $100,000 a year to even afford a mortgage on the middle home price, which they put at $500,000 or $450,000 or whatever, which is obviously maybe on the middle class, you can afford
the
something
higher
cheaper.
end of things, but
I don't even know that's the higher end. What is the medium home price right
Around
now?
here, probably about low 400s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you're
that was probably
close.
a national thing you were looking at, or maybe that
Yeah,
guy was talking
it's-
about his
it-
local.
Yeah,
I do know last year was the first time home buyers' average age hit above 40.
Okay, so that's the average home buyer's age now.
Last year was 40 years old.
Okay. Yeah. And it's
That's-
everything- yeah.
And that number
Concerning.
should be in the low 30s. You should be buying your first home when you're 30 through 35, somewhere in that's the zone I think it's preferable. So that's really where you should be starting a family, start kind of building equity moving forward.
Yeah, I agree.
You offset that till you're 40. I mean,
You start thinking, at least in my generation at 49, you started thinking about that sort of stuff late 20s into your 30s.
Right.
and maybe now it's even shifted to start in beginning 30s to end of 30s. I feel like
and I think a lot of that's just a byproduct of what can financially is what's available.
Right.
What can you do?
right.
Yeah.
If you're only making $50,000 a year and the average house is $420,000, that doesn't work.
So what advice would you give somebody if they were, they had a good job? I mean, is it the age old just because like when I was younger, it was just pluck away your money.
Yeah, I don't know
keep
how you do
saving your
that.
money, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that's not a thing now, right? Like, how much would you need to save? My God.
Well, that's what they were saying. Like in a $400,000 house, the down payment alone.
And at a 6.2 interest rate.
Yeah. The down payment is they were like it would take someone X amount of years, even at this salary, to save. Now you're talking about saving $20,000 or $50,000.
Well, no, I mean your down payment. You can get an FHA loan if you qualify for it with 3.5% down.
Okay.
You can get a conventional loan with 5% down if you qualify for it.
Okay,
But
so
they're not that hard to qualify for. So your down payment is not, I don't think, that big of a deal. I think more so it's the monthly payment that you end up with.
Yeah.
The insurance in Florida is really expensive. 6% interest on a $420,000 house. And a lot of people who we take to see $420,000 houses are like, this is what I get for
Yeah. I
know.
$420,000. It's like not.
Yeah.
It sounds like so much, but it's not that impressive of a home. So now you've got a $3,000 mortgage payment on a home that's, like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's a starter home. You're not supposed to have a $3,000 a month payment on a starter home.
We
So
just
I
sold
think-
a house for $1 million in here downtown last month, and it was a 4.2, like 2,200 square feet or something like that.
Yep.
No pool. It was an older house. It was really nice.
1925, built in
It was a beautiful house,
Yeah.
but it's not huge. It wasn't extravagant.
Yeah.
It was
You would
still-
even say it's a small house. That's a smaller house. right?
yeah. And
2,200 square feet for $1 million.
is a little bit of this the old man like saying like back my pop used to say cigarettes used to cost 30 cents a pack and then it's like, well, that's how money works. Everything gets more expensive, but it's
Yeah. Or
it's-
is this a?
But it has increased exponentially in the past
Too
5
much.
years.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Too fast.
Pop, cigarettes were 30 cents in
the war.
1955 or
You know what they
19
did in the war?
Yeah.
It is atrocity.
bad. It's bad. You see some of the
He
things
told
they
me.
say.
He
Yeah.
told me at
Yeah.
Outback Steakhouse. And
Yeah.
I was like, hard to eat your blooming
It's hard to
onion."
eat your steak.
You did that?
Yeah, when he's
after
telling you,
17?
he's like, I burned their houses. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
There's kids in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry.
We'd bamboo the door shut. Whoa, stop. Easy. Excuse me. Check, please. And I'll take the walkabout soup to go.
He did often tell us some horrific things.
And they
about
come up at a
vaccines.
weird time, right? They're like,
Burger King, what can I get you?
I burned their homes. You know? It's like, well, anything can trigger it. Anything can
He's
trigger
like,
it.
you have to, the flamethrower has to go in small
Yeah,
bursts.
bursts, yeah.
Because
Or
you're
it'll come back on you.
wasted.
Or it'll come back on you.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah. You don't let it go for more than 8 seconds. It might come back and blow you up.
And it runs out.
Yeah, it does run out.
Yeah. Too fast, and then you have to go refuel it. It's, I don't
It's a
even know
mess.
what's in there.
It's a mess.
Some sort of napalm. How does it come out so fast?
Anyway, how's your burger, Papa? I love Whoppers.
Yeah, you're wearing that on your back? You're gonna shoot a
Yeah.
bullet in there. and
What's
blow you up.
heavier, the flamethrower on your back or the guilt you carry for burning the village?
The flamethrower's heavier.
It
apparently.
is heavier.
He was telling me an entertaining
He had a
story.
smile on his face.
Cool.
He's just telling me it's a piece of history. Anyway, all right. The Bart Marek team. Now, if someone does want to list their property for sale, the best time is around springtime, which is amazingly about to happen in a couple months. And but you have to start preparing now, right?
Yeah. Like I said, February through about June is kind of that window. The April, May, that's really the height of it.
Okay.
But yeah, usually what Crystal and I do, if someone wants to get their house listed, is we come out, whenever it's convenient for the homeowner, we walk around the house with them, take a look around, see if there's any recommendations we can make on things to do. We don't really recommend spending a lot of money, doing a ton of prep unless there's specific things that have to do with insurance. But little things we can recommend. And then when you're ready, we come out, get the photos done, put it up on the MLS, start marketing it, and get it going. I expect this year, what do you think average time to sale is going to be? 2 weeks, a month, something like that?
A month, yeah.
Well, this is good advice for someone not to jump ahead of themselves and like, I need to sell this dump. I'm going to redo the kitchen. I'm going to redo my pool. And then if you're spending...
That's what our landlord's doing in this building. Yeah, he's
doing that.
He's going crazy.
I know.
In a good way. He's crazy in a good way. Crazy like a fox.
I'm spending a ton of money redoing all these things that you may not get back once you sell the property.
Probably not going to.
Most circumstances, doing a remodel is you're not going to get that money back.
Yeah, and so don't make that mistake without talking to Bart and Crystal first. At least getting their advice on two realtors that have been doing this for a long time and have sold at this point 1,000 BDM.
Obviously, things are cyclical, and you've seen things like this before.
It just occurred to Crystal and I have now worked more years post-COVID than we have together pre-COVID.
Is that right?
Yeah, start doing the math on that. It's weird.
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that's weird because it feels like there was so much
beforehand.
before, yeah.
That is a time marker that screws up a lot of people's memory of time, where you use it as pre and post COVID, before and after COVID, and it does seem like there's years in there where it doesn't seem like it was that long
Like
ago,
when did COVID end? What is the date?
Well,
I
think when he says COVID, I think he means the start of it.
Yeah.
Do you guys think 2019 was a long time ago?
It doesn't sound like it.
It
but then I go 7 years. I go, shit. Sorry.
My God, 7.
I was listening to a sports podcast the other day, and someone was getting there like, they haven't made the playoffs since 2019. And then the old man host, I think it was Colin Cowherd.
Like, that's just...
And he's like, what? That's not that long ago. And then the young guy on the show.
Yes, it
is. In his mind,
Actually,
he was making a point that they hadn't won since 2019, and that was a ton of time ago. And then the older guy was like, what the hell are you talking about? That was around the corner. And then I was like, whoa, that's weird that he's like,
Is
of
it
course.
because he's young?
I think it has to do with that a little bit and
Time perception. It's got to be.
And like a younger
Because I
person.
think the same thing too. When I hear 2019, I'm like, oh, like a car. Somebody said, oh, it's a 2019. I'd be like, oh, that's a brand new car.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, it's not. It's a hunk of crap. There's technology that cars have now that weren't on 2019 cars.
Oh, my truck. I'm like, I get it. I'm like, this is a new, 10 years old.
I know.
10 years.
Stinks like milk too. Oh my God. You got to get the milk stink out of it. Have you smelled his truck?
Well, I let the boys do whatever they want.
God.
There's a trash
It smells like a formula in there.
They're trash.
By the way, my daughter, she's 10. She is so cheap that when walking down the aisle for baby formula, first of all, she didn't know what it was. She's like, what's this? She's like, $72. And then Maisie goes, $48. She's like, why is it so expensive? And we're like, well, baby formula is really expensive. She's like, it shouldn't be. And I'm like, oh, preach
she
on,
knows.
sister.
Well, she's right. It shouldn't
agree with
be.
her.
Yeah, it's crazy
Who
that
the baby has to eat? My God.
Yeah,
$48.
You can't feed him broccoli.
Just give the baby regular milk. Whole milk.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Cow milk?
Yeah.
It's a different
fine.
species.
No, give it regular cow milk.
Actually, I think baby
Look.
formula is made from cow's milk.
If you want to have a weak baby, feed it the formula. If you want to have a railroad spike American baby, building American railroads for Americans, you
It's a
feed
TG Lee hole.
Yeah. I'm a Mama and Papa Gus. I like Gustafson Farms.
All right. Well, Bart, Crystal, thank you very much for
Thanks,
coming
guys.
by.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Again, the Bart Merrick team, BartTheRealtor.com is
Yeah.
the website. Both their cell phone numbers on there.
Start your plan now. Like, I know we say a lot of silly things, but all of this to say that if you were thinking about this, talk to Bart and Crystal now and get it started now, so you're not like blindsided, because things are going to change.
Also, even if you're looking to move outside of the state, outside of Central Florida, they can help you connect you with other realtors that they have a network of. So if you're moving out of the state, talk to them too.
Yeah, I can do that real well. I'm actually have a connection with a group of other realtors that kind of work out. So if I don't know somebody, like let's say you want to move to Kansas City, I don't know anybody there, but I know enough other agents who know somebody there they can recommend.
Yeah, so you don't have to cold call
You're not just
someone.
Googling some random
Right.
person.
Because guess what? The one that pops up on the top, gonna steal your money.
You know that. Yeah, that's what we're trying to be, a podcast. We want to be the one at the top, so people click on it. We're like, oh, stealing your money. Gotta
All right.
come to get it.
We'll see you in a minute.
All right, nice job, guys. Are we at lunch now? We are, right?
Yes.
Because Joey's at 1.
Yes, and we can come back later and finish this off and do Joey's later.
Or if you want to finish it, we can.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
okay finishing it.
If we do a couple voicemails.
Let's do that. Okay. I'll save this and then we'll do that. Thanks for being here, y'all. Everything's still on.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Bart.
Appreciate it.
That was fun.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, man.
Enjoy it. Love the Taco Bell hats.
Oh, thank you. It's the old logo too. Like some stupid online. All that stuff goes to like, what is it like? Creative Commons, and then I guess they don't own it anymore. And then these Chinese websites just grab a hold of it and like start printing wildly. You know, so you can get a lot of the old motocross stuff. A lot of old logos are coming back around.
Very cool.
It's interesting that they do that, but. Well, have a good rest of your day, man.
Enjoy. I'll talk to you later. You need to...
Yeah.
I mean, you can hang out if you want.
Yeah, hang out, Crystal. Hang out.
We just got 6 more minutes if you want
And
to
then,
just show with us.
and then we'll be good.
I was so worried you didn't remember we were coming.
No.
No, it's
I
been
know.
on the calendar.
Sorry. No.
on the
I,
calendar.
We normally talk at home. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and like
No, I
because of
remember.
the schedule and the
I'm rolling it where I was kind of half joking when I was like, "Fuck it, me and Daniel will do it."
No. We knew we knew we were
we'll-
going to talk to you. We knew
We'll
that.
make it happen.
Yeah.
And just because it's been so busy, and then we had the show before, and
Do you want me here or no? Because I don't have to. stay.
we're just gonna do some.
I want you here. I like having other people on the show. It's fun. I think it's added value when you have somebody else to talk to. There we go. Yeah, the chat room's even saying it. Yay, more Crystal. So there you go.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, they like you. You also look very pretty on the camera today.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
Is
See?
it my colors? My
I like
My
girls in flannels.
grunge
I'll say
Seattle
I like
shirt?
girls in flannels. That's my generation, Gen X. If Andrea puts on a flannel, instantly hotter than if not having on a flannel.
I struggle because it's so baggy on the sides, and
No, it looks cute.
I want to tie it into a little knot, but then I look like a farmer.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I want
Okay.
it to
I
be
like
little
farmers.
loose.
Yeah.
You don't look like a baggy farmer.
You should tell me I look pretty.
Well, let's start.
Oh,
the show.
am I-
I don't
know
know
what you're gonna talk
I
about.
don't know. Okay.
I know what you're going to talk about.
I don't.
He mentioned it on Love Thy Neighbor. I'll start. Oh, this is coming back, right?
Come back.
Okay.
Yeah. We only need like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
All right, Crystal Van is hanging out with us.
Hey.
And
Thank you for being here.
So Daniel gave you a compliment and said you look very pretty.
Should I
today.
stop doing that?
No, absolutely not. Somebody's got to do it.
But it is a little. I mean, it's a. Oh, man,
No, you don't-
that's exactly what I'm trying not to avoid. Somebody's got to do it. Then the next thing you know, I'm caught in the crossfire.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
I'll kick
me,
your
though.
computer.
yeah. And then the next thing you know, it's like heated rivalry. Then you and I are fighting. The next thing you know, we're in the bathroom BFing each other. Have you been watching Heated Rivalry? Have you been watching Heated
I've
Rivalry?
never heard of it.
Oh my God! It's only the greatest gay hockey show on TV.
So it is not naturally in me to tell
Yeah, it's
anyone. Now, my wife, it is easier to tell her that.
She does it. She does it to
because
other.
she
I've
knows
seen you do
me.
it to people. You'll be like, "Oh, you look nice."
But
I've seen you do it.
You can say, "Oh,
we're
you
cut
look-"
in that cookie. Our cookie cutter is similar in, diameter.
I could not tell any other woman that she looked pretty today in a way that's not awkward. Impossible.
I believe you.
would agree with that.
I believe you.
I
and
think I
agree.
would agree with that.
And those of you like, oh, you're not saying it right, you're not trying. I'm telling you.
No, it's just not something you do. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is impossible
Yeah.
for me to do this.
Because you'd overthink it, and that would
Yeah.
blow it all up.
Because it's not natural. Like Daniel can naturally do. He's a charmer. I am not a charmer. You know what I'm saying?
You're a grower, not a shower. No, you're a shower, right? Yours is big and
Yeah,
never gets hard, right? Is yours big
I'm
or
a
never?
shower, not a grower.
Which would you prefer? We're just gonna tangent for a second. Would you rather it be humongous and never get authentic, or would you rather it be little and look like one of those little screwdrivers that you use? Those little
Oh, I
stuffies.
love those little
the
stuffies.
I feel like I can't respect either of those.
What? Or you're one or the other.
When is the last time he told you? To get back on topic, when do you have a time that you've ever remembered that he ever said, like,
I
hey, you
did
look
that.
great.
Yes, I did that last
Literally
night.
yesterday, he said, "You look nice, babe,"
Nice, dude. He's
Yeah,
fixing his
because
marriage.
I was getting ready
My
to
God.
leave for the play.
You
Yeah.
are the smartest on the
I-
show because you're fixing
But
your
I
marriage.
could tell. I came out and I was like, I don't know. There's something about these boots I don't like. And he He's looked at him.
Yeah,
But
what'd you
I
have
could
on?
see his mind.
Would you have
going,
on wrestling boots?
No, they were just
Dog the Bounty Hunters? What'd you have on?
some cute boots.
No, and then she's like, they're too light. And then I'm like,
You don't want loose boots.
You're like, what do you want him to be heavier?
No,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
Oh, that's the wrong answer. Oh, you want heavier boots?
Well, yeah, she meant
Did
the
he-
color.
yeah.
Like I'm an idiot. I'm so too stupid to understand what fashion
But
is.
I could see his mind
I
going,
think the weight of fashion makes a difference.
say something, say something. Ooh, you look nice. It was like a.
He did it.
He did it, but it was really unnatural.
Well, I would
Yeah, I
imagine
know.
that it's going to take time for him not only to get able to do it, but it's also, people don't think about this, but it will take time for you to hear the things that you know what I mean? Like, because it's new for both of you,
No,
right?
yeah, because when he does it, I'm like, what are you doing? That's
Right.
weird.
Right. Like, and why wouldn't you be? Because it's not something he's ever done, but he's trying. Are you trying because of the show Love Thy Neighbor and Colette, and because it's top of mind more now?
No, not so much that is. I'm trying because I realize
You're horny.
no, I realize that I gotta try because not trying is not gonna get me anywhere. So
he's
trying at least will be positive with everything.
You're right.
So I was like, but you have a unique ability to tell it to strangers and not your wife, and it come off smoother or like more
Yeah.
normal, and I cannot do that.
It also comes off disingenuous. Is that said correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there are
But
people
all
that be like, well,
compliments-
you give a compliment to everybody, so how valuable are your compliments to begin with?
Yeah, but it's just the compliment
Good
because
question.
it's a surface level nicety that you should do. I learned this with saying "bless you" when you sneeze. Where it's like,
Oh, I had to teach you that too. He couldn't.
I don't do that for him anymore. I just yell, stop!
Now when he sneezes, I'm like, oh my god, why is it so loud?
It is very loud and violent.
Jeez.
And also, this
You're
is, the
mad
man
at
that,
the-
this is the man that claims he has no allergies. Will sneeze at his desk 41 times.
It's so many times. Why is it
41 times, and then he's like, I'll be like,
Something's
dude,
wrong in
I'll be
there.
like, dude, you have allergies. He's like, no, never. I'll never have allergies.
Listen.
Right? What?
I don't know what it means.
Daniel
I don't
is,
either, but I think you have it.
Daniel is not exaggerating when he says the number 41. It
It's a
is
lot.
41.
And they're violent, loud. They're like,
yeah. And they spray, like if you had a spray bottle and squeezed it, every time he sneezes,
Fine,
it's
miss.
like
fine miss.
Oh,
Do you want to hear something gross?
I
Do you want to hear
sneeze on
something
my-
gross? I like the smell of it. Oh, that makes me gross, right? It makes me
it
gross.
smells like a little bit of like peanuts.
Smells like aluminum foil to me.
I sneezed on my truck door.
I was driving his truck one day and I said, what is all this smear?
Booger. Yeah, booger sneezes all over your truck door.
Well, just for
So you just let it fly?
Well, it's
Okay,
hard.
full
It's hard
transparency.
for me to notice, and then I'm like, get out.
When I
I'm
knew-
running.
When I knew I
Just
was going to
always running.
resign from real radio, when I knew, when I would sneeze, I would turn and openly sneeze on the computer monitor. Because
Well, I do that to my
it
own
was
stuff
a little,
that I love.
It was a little way of me getting them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a little get. I was like, yeah, and it would just be disgusting, and I would just let it dry.
You
Okay,
gotta
this
sneeze
is-
into your elbow. I would yell at him if he used to hold in his sneezes. And he'd go,
I do that.
and
I
I'm
do
like,
that.
stop doing that. Let your sneezes out. Now he's letting them out. And I'm like, God,
I
can
like
you
the
not
feeling
do that?
of it. I like the feeling of holding in my sneeze, and then I make a weird noise that Maisie makes fun of. When I hold in my sneeze, I go,
That's exactly what you do, I think.
Yeah, but when I do it, it hurts like
Yeah.
in my brain
it's a
and my
test.
eyeballs.
I
like,
figure it's a test. If I can survive it, then I'm gonna live for another. That's how my crazy anxiety, like hypochondria brain works. Is I'm like, if you can survive holding your sneeze, then you are optimum health. I have a series of
Tests.
I have a series of irrational tests that are not rooted in science that I test myself in my brain every single day. Do you want to do a quick voicemail?
I do that with pee-pee sometimes, where
Hold it as long as you can.
where I'm like, if there was something real bad, something would be different. With
What do you
my
mean?
pee-pee.
What, with your penis?
Yeah,
Or are
no,
we talking about
like actual urine.
I didn't know. Are we doing little boy talk? Or
No, it would stink or have blood in it.
Oh, yeah,
'cause there would be some
Babe,
disgust.
oh my God. By the time your pee starts getting blood in it, something has really, really gone wrong. Like it's been
Yeah, that's
happening
what I
for
know.
Yeah, that's the marker. That's the genetic
No,
marker.
it's not
for
the
it.
mark. That's not the marker. That's the end.
Yeah. I know the end is near.
But you gotta catch things before.
Yeah, but there's so much time before the end is near.
Oh, there's tons of time.
Yeah, and then I'll know.
Nothing but time.
With the blood peeping. All right. Well, let's do
Well, I think, you want to do one? Just one.
I don't know. Maybe we have to go.
I think we got to go.
We got to go.
Because
Well,
the blood pee really sucked the time out.
Crystal, thanks so much for hanging. What are you doing? What time is it?
Well, the chat room is laughing at me because I'm such a hypochondriac that I looked in the toilet one time and saw cloudy urine. But it wasn't cloudy urine. It was just my wife had grated her foot skin over the toilet and not flushed. And so it just looked cloudy that way.
Oh,
and that
is cloudy bad? Oh, mine's real cloudy. Mine poofs like a jellyfish into the...
You know the movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Death.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I see, it's like a lava lamp.
Oh, yeah. Lumpy lava.
It's like pouring out a lava lamp.
Bad. That's bad. Should be clear.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
That was really bad, what we did there. But I enjoyed
It's
it.
not right. It's a joke, right?
I'm joking. I'm always joking.
What's cloudy?
Well, it is
Well,
cloudy.
look at it next time.
No. You never look at it.
All right, we're going to lunch. You guys are going to eat. We're coming back with Joey. Is that it? After at 1? Is Joey?